Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to Alicia Speaks Truth. I'm Alicia. Welcome to my board. Um, yes, I'm just getting over, I'm still getting over a cold. So I'm a little, yeah, that. My voice sounds a little crazy. Trust me, I feel better than I sound. Just that disclaimer. So today's video will be exactly what the title is about. We are going to speak about the kingdom of heaven that lies within all of us. What is that? I also will make a disclaimer or an official disclaimer, whatever. On my channel here, I will be speaking pure truth and what I'm spiritually led and what I have been personally studying physically. I am and can be a very blunt, straight person. I do speak on my own opinions and my own perspective. However, a lot of the things that I speak on are complete truth, based in truth. And a lot can be proven through science, history, all of those things. Those are the main things I speak on, is things that can be proven, because people always need proof. So I like to most of the time speak on those things. But if you do not like blunt personalities, if you don't like forward conversations, then I'm not the gal for you. And that's okay, and I love you anyway. But anyway, let's get with the video. So yes, this video is going to be exactly what that title says. Excuse me. Yes, so Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within you. And that is absolutely true. Um, um, Christianity will give you this ideal that, excuse me, and I speak on again, disclaimer, I speak on Christianity a lot because I was raised Christian Baptist, and I have what I like to say awakened from that. Um, Listen, Christianity might work for you, but it did not work for me. Period. Um, I will also be going into the history of Christianity and how people like me even started practicing. People that look like me. My channel is for everyone, but it is absolutely geared to people that look like me. I have been set on a journey to assist, aid, and awaken my folks to the truth and who they are and how powerful they are. And that's what I'm gonna do. It's all love. Everyone is welcome. But yes, it will be geared towards my people. And if you have a soul, morality, a consciousness, anything like that, you will understand why there is people like me on everywhere speaking light into people that look like them. Okay? But yes, anyway. So, yes, the kingdom of heaven is within you, right? But one thing that we need to understand, that spark of the Most High that is within us manifests differently. That's why I'm different from you, you're different from me, and everyone's different, right? You could be in a relationship, friendship, whatever. Y'all got so many in common. But you'll never have everything in common because you are different people. Now, Source Spirit connected you to because you know what I mean? That's why you have so much in common. And like, this is your friend, this is your partner, this is whoever the relationship is because you do resonate with this person. But you will never have the same exact things in common because you're your own person. You are unique. That's why I do not believe, and I know for a fact, that time is not linear. Nothing's linear. There's no just one way. This is the right way. This is how you do it. There's no other way to do it. That's just absolutely not true. Look at the people around you. Everyone is different. Everybody's different, right? We know that at the basis, right? That's it. That's such a simple knowledge to take in, right? On the ground level, everyone's unique. How do you know that? Just look around you, right? That's it. Bam. So we know that nothing is linear, right? And that's why I don't really care for the church. I'm gonna say, yeah, I don't really care for the church. Putting into people's minds that you know there's just one way. There's one way, because then that kind of takes away the fact that everyone is different and everyone is also experienced Most High differently. The way I'm experienced the Most High, that spark that lives within me is experiencing different than you. And that's exactly what it wanted. It wanted to experience and experience in different ways. Why? To know itself, to remember itself. But that's another video. um but yes, so that spark, where does that spark from Most High live? Jesus also said, and again, I don't know if I said this in the beginning of my video, sorry, but I will say, there is a lot of contradicting information inside the Bible, but if you are reading it correctly and decoding it, which is, I feel, is important, if you're reading it correctly and decoding it, you will see that the things that Jesus speak of are the truth in the Bible. Jesus actually spoke truth. There's so much contradicting information, but when Jesus spoke, when he did, a lot of it was truth. I can't say all of it. I'm still in the midst of decoding the Bible, but I know that I have enough information that I can share. And that's another thing. If I don't know, I might speak on it. I might get my, speak on my opinion, but I will never say this is the truth. This is, no, I'm not arrogant. I consider myself a teacher student. I'm going to share what I know, what Spirit was leading me to share, and what I've actually looked into my damn self. Yes. So, yes, that spark that we all have is gonna all be unique to us, right? Because you're different, I'm different, or you know what I'm saying. Everyone's different, right? So that spark is going to look a lot different, right? The way I'm experiencing Most High, you're not experiencing it. I'm gonna start writing some notes down so I can stay on track. Yeah, so sorry. Dang, yeah, I'm gonna start writing some notes. That's crazy. But yes, so where that light, where that spark lives and resides within you, in all of us. That's one thing we do have in common. That spirit, that spark, that light resides within all of us. And where does that reside at? Right here, right where that pineal gland is, or the pineal gland is, right? That is where the spark of Most High lives within you. It lives right there. And again, like I said, I was led by Spirit to share how important it is to build that relationship with that spark that of source that lives within you. There's ways that you can do that, and there's reasons why you should do that. This is actually something that I have been intentionally, consistently building my relationship with own my own spark of Most High. Um, it's the same spark as yours, but it has manifested differently. It's unique to me, just like the spark in you is unique to you. Um, the reason why you should do this, um, I'm gonna say the number one reason why you should do this, it strengthens your intuition. It strengthens your intuition. It strengthens your mind. It strengthens your vessel. It strengthens your being. It helps you see things for what they are and not what you want them to be. It enlightens your whole being. I'm going to leave it like that. It enlightens your whole being. The whole being. Um, why you should do that. Now, how you do that. How do you connect with this, with your spark, with source that lives within you? How do you do that? There's so many ways. There's things that people call new age spirituality, like what's that, affirmations and stuff like that. But as you dive more into spirituality and knowledge and ancient practices and things like that, you're gonna see that everything's just a full circle. You know, that's just, it is coming up again, and now it's new age. Yeah. um Affirmations, affirming and just acknowledging that God within you that lives right here. The soul, which is source, your higher self, right, enters the body here, and then it leaves the sole of your feet, right? That's why it's called the sole of your feet, because it enters here and then it leaves the sole of your feet. That's how spirit flows through. But it doesn't leave the sole of your feet, obviously, until you're like, you know. But yes, so you acknowledge it. The biggest thing you can do to strengthen the connection, to build that up, because that's the first thing we should be doing. That's the very first thing we should be doing, is connecting with our, I'll use the word higher self because that's what a lot of us know of it. Higher self, connecting to our higher self, is diet. What are you putting into your vessel? This is the temple. This is the temple right here. This is church. Right here. This is church. Are you going to keep your house clean? Are you going to keep your church clean? Are you going to allow people, are you going to speak nasty inside your church? Are you going to keep the floors dirty? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to do that in your church? Well, that's the first church, is your vessel. That is your first church. That is the church. And that's one thing that I have been actively doing to deepen my connection with my personal spark, with my higher self, if you will, and acknowledging it. Just acknowledge even where it lies. Thank you, higher self. Thank you for protecting me, watching over me. Guide me through this day. Guide me through this chaos of today. Keep me elevated. Keep me in high spirits. Keep me in a high frequency. Allow no negativity, no narc to come through and distort my aura. Something just like that. Drink more water. That's honoring your higher self. Like I said, positive affirmations. You catching my drift? Exercise. Stretch. Excuse me. Go out in nature more. Did I say pray? Pray. Thank it. Exactly. Acknowledge it. These are the things that, this is where it starts. This is the beginning. That right there. That's the first thing you do when you've had a spiritual awakening. That's the first thing you do. That's the first thing you do. You start to honor, acknowledge your higher self. Because that's where your intuition comes from. That's where your guidance comes from. That's where your knowing comes from. That's where your gifts come from. Your higher self. We have to acknowledge and honor it and bless it. And the best way to do that is to honor your physical body. And like I said, this is something I am consistently doing. every day. I don't play about it. Um, and it's been maybe like a week. So I'm going to continue on honoring myself. And I'm gonna give it a couple more weeks. And then I'll probably like, do an update on like my experiences. What have I noticed has deepened? Things like that. Um, yeah, I'll do that. But yes, that's absolutely, to sum it up, the spark the spark that lies within you is source. Honor that, acknowledge that. That is where all your power comes from. I was watching something, and the lady said it is the seat of your power, and that is so true. It is the seat of your power. So honor the seat of your power. Okay. And I guess that's it. Y'all have an amazing day. Bless up.